Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. So I have just a quick, I'm just going to show you the front here. We demonstrators were able to view the mini catalog online, and then it came with my pre-order. So I am using one thing from the pre-order. So it won't be available to you until January, but it is called the Stone and Vine Embossing Folder. It is so cool. So I am using that, which is right here. And I've kind of pre-done some stuff because I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter. So here's what it looks like. And I'm going to show you how I got this look. You'll see there's a big blank space, and if you look really close, you can see pencil marks, because that's where I'm going to cover it, so I didn't feel the need to color all the greenery, because it's time-consuming, and, oh, okay, I'm lazy. So, that's where we are. So, I am going to start with this piece, which is going to go on the inside. It is 1 inch here, 1 3/4 inches on this side, and then it's torn. Okay, so that's where we are with that. I am using Stamp Set Simply Said because I want the happy birthday, and then I am using pieces from the 12 Days of Crafting that is still available. That awesome box, remember that? That is still available if you're still looking for Christmas gifts or a gift for yourself. So I'm using pieces from the little Memories and More packet that they gave us, and some of the labels. Here's the label. Here's the Memories and More piece. So I'll be using those. And then Mossy Meadow is my base. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla for the inside. This piece, and actually the vine piece, is Basic Beige. Okay, so you've got all that. So this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I created this, so that I got the lines in the background of the stone and the flowers. So what I did was I took my gray granite ink, and I haven't washed it since I've done it, so you can kind of see it's a little messy. And I just sort of tapped all over it until I got the lines covered. You don't want to press too hard, because then you're going to squish into the parts that you don't want done. Now, the reason I pre-tore this, which it might even look cooler not pre-torn, so I may decide to tear it again after, but this was already torn. And I thought, oh, a torn idea. That's a good idea. So I'm going to face the torn edge. And when I mean torn edge, you can see it's, I don't know if you guys can see, but when you tear it, it gives like a fuzzy edge. So I'm going to place that down, because I want that to have the, I want that to be the front. So, and it is the front. I put the ink on the part with the Stampin' Up!, so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Be right back. Okay. And just so you know, this is a 3D embossing folder. So you only need your base plate, number 1, and then what number is this? Number 4. When you're using your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So now, when I go to clean this, I'm just going to take it into my kitchen, and I'm going to run it under water. That's all I will have to do. But see how, look at how cool it looks. And it gave me, I guess, the mortar, you could call it, for the background. And then it did not put any ink on the flowers, but it did look inside the little stone. There's dark spots, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so then I just thought I would try this. This was kind of an experiment. Try to color the leaves. It honestly looks cool just like that. I think it looks cool. But I want to show you how I did that. So I took my Mossy Meadow ink and I squeezed it and got a little color, some of the ink on the inside, and then I'm using a watercolor water painter. These are one of the old style. I have my new style. I know I've got them. Where are they? Don't ask me. I don't know. So you just want to use just a tiny bit, and I'm grabbing the darker color because this is kind of a vine, and we're just going to take our time and color that, and then go in and color up these leaves. Now, after they dry, if you want to go over them again to get a little, like, you can see I've got some that are, like, got a little bit more shading in it. I just played around with them. I thought about using markers, but I thought that would be too harsh. And then I thought about Stampin' Blends. Changed my mind on that too. So, but you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause the video so you don't have to sit and watch me color all of these little leaves. Okay, so that is done. I have to tell you guys this. When I was playing with this and I went to stop, I was looking everywhere for my cap for this, and it was right here. So, you know, happens to the best of us, right? All right, so now I have that done, but I'm not quite done with my Mossy Meadow. I have the Happy Birthday from the stamp set. I forgot the name already. Simply Said. Is that available now? I have no idea. As I've told you guys, I've kind of given up on guessing unless I know it's brand spanking new. I've kind of given up on trying to know. All right, so there we go. I've got the birthday wishes on there. Now let's put the card together. All right, so like I said, I have the Mossy Meadow for my base. Make sure. Yep, I'm recording. Yay! Sometimes I'm not sure. All right, so this piece of Very Vanilla is going to go on the inside of my card. I was originally going to use the same basic beige, but I will show you in just one second. Oh, well, I guess that little smooch will go up there so I can hide it. See that? But I'm going to be covering that anyway. But when I set this down on it, it didn't look as cool. So I thought, oh, that looks like that shows better. So isn't that fun? I mean, it's just, I mean, I don't necessarily always like to do dimensional stuff on the inside of my card, but since this is just embossed dimensional and not like a piece of bling or something that might mark up the card, this should be acceptable. So the reason this is cut at 3 3/4 is because, like I said, it was a piece that I had, so I just didn't change it. I thought, why change it? It's there, it works. If I can get it centered, life will be good. Close enough for me. There you go. So look how pretty that looks on the inside, right? It's very pretty. That would actually look pretty for a front of a card if you wanted to do something else down here. Excuse me. But it's not. It is my outside. All right. Now I'm going to tackle this and put this on the front of the card. I have a little bit too much up in that corner, so I'm gonna go like that. Sometimes when I know I have too much in this corner, I'm squishing it this way because sometimes if you squish it out, sometimes I like to squish it out because I didn't get all the way to the corners. Then it like moves the adhesive. So now I have my little piece of Memories and More packet. Again, that and this are from the 12 Days of Crafting box. Still available. Still so stinking cool. All right. So I'm trying to decide. I think I will pop that up. I wasn't sure if I would, but I think I will. Oh, look, I smeared it. That's all right. Let me grab my sand eraser and see if I can fix it. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see if I can erase that a little bit. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I just made it worse. Yep. Like I said, I just made it worse. And I don't think I have another one of these this size. Let me see. I don't think I do. Oh, mistakes are just a part of crafting, right? It just happens. It's not the same. Nope. Nope, that's too big. These are too small. Oh, it goes that way. That one might work. All right, let's try that again. I really like this one because I like the shape of it and everything, but that's too messy even for me. I mean, I usually would tell people, hey, you know what, get over it. But if I can't get over it, I'm not sending it to you. But this one does also have gold. Those little dots, I don't know if you can see it, but they're actually foil. They're gold foil. So let us try this again. Get that nice and inky. And I know I might be out of view, and I apologize if I am. Okay, I'm surprised that that's smeared because I really need to re-ink it because that's coming out pretty light. Okay, so as I decided, I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. I think it's time to put more dimensionals in my video area, which is really just, I spin my chair around because my regular crafting table is right behind me, in case you're wondering. All right, so there we go. Put this. And I'm going to put that right in the center-ish. I say ish because it's me. And then this will go right there. And I'm debating on if I want some like ribbony thread. I think I might. So I am going to put some adhesive on the back of this. And I know it's going to kind of lift this up a little bit, which I don't think I really wanted to, because I popped this. Boy, is that crooked. Gotta fix it. It's a little too crooked even for me. Okie dokie. I hadn't pressed really hard on this yet, so I wonder if, you know what? Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody I just did this. All right. All right, so now I'm not going to pop this up, and I'm not going to put the thread completely behind it. I know. Winging it. That's how it goes. Sometimes you got to just wing it. So let me tie this. This is way more yarn than I need. Yarn. It's the linen thread stuff. And it's from the pack that has Early Espresso and Old Olive in it. Pretty sure it's still available. But if it's not, I've taught you guys before how to color the white. So that should help. Look at this. I am tying on a video. I know. Nobody likes to see this. It's not pretty. So, I'll shorten that. And I think that is not very tight. That's what I think. Okay. Oh, you guys, I just appreciate you so much. I can't even tell you. Do I? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and oh, let's not do it upside down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this on here. Okay, I'm going to hold it for a minute. Now maybe it'll let me tie a little bit neater. We'll see. There are no guarantees in life, but I'm really using a lot, right? I mean, look at all that yarn or thread. Why do I keep calling it yarn? I don't know. I do not know. But there we go. And I am just going to let these hang down. Now, I don't know if this works all the time. So let's see. Sometimes I'll like put my finger on the nut and I'll pull these down like that to try and get them to not be so flippy floppy. Why does that not look right? That's better. It doesn't always work, but you know, you kind of got to try sometimes, right? And I thought this would be good because there's vines. So yes, I know it covers the birthday wishes. I could slide it down a little so that it doesn't cover the birthday wishes. So there we go. Super fun card. If you're going to color in a background like this, it is a mini time consuming, but you know, if you've got a good show on TV, then it'll work for you. So there you go. And I want to remind you that you can shop for Stampin' Up! At MemoryINKers.com. Now, this is going off on Thanksgiving Saturday, so although I'm wishing you all, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving because I'm doing this before Thanksgiving, but you're not going to see it until the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So I hope it was wonderful. So I'm going to hold the card up so you guys can see it. And there's something else I want to show you. Also, before I get into that, I want to remind you, I posted this on Wednesday, I believe, that on December, starting December 2nd, you can qualify for the product of the month for only $5. We do not know what it is. We never will. I think we'll know when it's time to order it. So December 2nd. But here in America, you have to have a $75 order in order to qualify. And if you're using any of your credits, they will take away from that $75. So pay attention to that. And you can do that at MemoryInkers.com December 2nd. I'm excited to see what it is. I hope it's like super cool so that we're all like excited about it. So we will find out. Okay, here's what I want to talk to you about. Maybe. Here it is. So I've had some of you guys ask me about my scripture journaling. And yes, I am still doing that. But I've spent a little while, probably the last, this week, like, since last Saturday, probably, working on my 2026 book. And as you can see, it's kind of starting to get thick. This one right now, is in the Amazon Black Friday deals for $7.64. It's a